Well, I'm about to make a Draw My Life video, so let's get started. Well, I was born in Ecuador in 1989. Ecuador is in South America, for those of you who don't know. And I think Mike, he was born in Saudi Arabia. I'm not too sure what that looks like, so I'm just going to pinpoint it on the map. And there it is. Moving on, as a young kid, I had long hair, and I looked really good. I looked very nice. Mike, I wasn't too sure what Mike looked like, but I'm pretty sure he was a fat kid. He's a very fat kid. Very fat for his age. Fat Mike, they used to call him in school. As a little kid, I used to play soccer, and I used to have these shoes with cleats on them. It made a pow sound every time I hit the ball into the goal. And it was every time that I would hit the ball, it would go into the goal. I was pretty good. I think Mike dedicated himself to two things. One was basketball, which he was not good at all. He sucked. And the second one, he enjoyed going to the beach and watching the whales wash up on the shore. That's good old Mike for you, always trying to do the, strange stuff with the group. What a weirdo. When I was about 5 years old, I moved to New York City and I went to school there. I'm not too sure what Mike was doing at this time, but I'm pretty sure he was either in Japan or Korea or vaccinating mice in his basement. It's a weird kid, I tell you. Well, anyways, I was in New York City for 4 years, then I moved back to Ecuador for 1 year, where I spent most of my time trying to adapt to the traditions and customs that I had not learned throughout my life. I decided to stay for 1 year because I really missed the US. So the following year, I moved back to the United States and I went to a Catholic school, which was okay, but I wasn't too fond of the religion. I made a lot of friends at this school, but we didn't really stay close and we don't keep in touch anymore. I guess I grew too cool for that school. When I finished Catholic middle school, I graduated and moved on to a public high school. I guess we could thank God for that. And this is a 8-armed God sitting cross-legged, Indian style. Gangnam style, not yet. In high school, I made a bunch of friends. We'll leave out their names for privacy purposes. We'll call them D, J, and N. N was not like the other two. He was a bit different, but he was still pretty cool. I'm not too sure what Mike was up at this point, but I'm pretty sure he was over in Japan. And he was definitely using a ping pong paddle, a straitjacket, and some steel reinforced nails. Plus, he used to watch episodes of MASH. So that's pretty interesting. Back in the States, I was pretty good at basketball in high school, I'm not gonna lie. Scored a lot of points every day. I used to play volleyball as well, but in volleyball I was once disqualified from a game for jumping over the net. I tried to draw muscles on me, but that actually looks like boobs. Well, a couple of years later, Mike decided to come over to the United States and came to my high school. That's when I met him. Boy, was he special. He challenged me to a game of horse. Obviously, Mike lost. How could he not? I was a prodigy at that point. I instantly noticed that Mike wasn't the wettest napkin on the table. For lack of a better word, he wasn't dumb, but I like to pretend he is. Anyway, in college, well, that was a good time. I had a great time. That thumb looks retarded. That one looks worse. No. Anyway, it was great. College was great. I hung out with my usual friends, D, N, J, and Mike. A couple of months into college, me and Mike kissed by accident. It wasn't much of an accident, but love permeated the air, and we decided to form Terribly Gifted. Mike would even sometimes grab my butt for some reason while we kissed. We decided to make videos on YouTube, and the Selena videos really hit it off. We started getting kind of popular, and we had to quit because all the fame was getting to our heads. After a while, I decided to come back because I really like doing all this stuff. I enjoyed a lot of time that I spent here with Mike and all the nice stuff you guys would say. So that's why I came back. Mike, I'm pretty sure he's somewhere, I don't know where, with a Kevlar vest, a butt plug, and some Purell. You can use your own imagination for that, so I don't know what he's doing. Well, now I'm at the point where I have to climb to the top. That being the top and me being down here. It's gonna be a fun ride, so this should be very interesting. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being cool. Stay in school.